Hello everybody and welcome back to Jester Ranks Off, where I rank off videos in front of you. This is disgusting. This is finally some gaming content. I know what you're thinking. Excuse me, Mr. YouTuber, I believe that you like to play video games on this channel. Why would you do anything but video games? First of all, I prefer Mr. Streamer. Secondly, here we are, TellTale Games. This is going to be an interesting one because I have voiced my opinion on what is the best video game from TellTale Games many times. But have I ever said which one is an S tier and which one's an A tier? No, I have not. So we're going to start with all the ones that have been released that are of the similar choose your own adventure style. No particular order. Here we go. Let's get started. Unfortunately, two of them are together, which is kind of bad. I've got to kind of make a decision. The Walking Dead, the final season. This is kind of unfortunate. I haven't played this yet, so I don't know if I can legally rank this game. It is a tie-up to the game series that it's probably Telltale's best series. Unfortunately, because I haven't played it and I haven't got around to it and I haven't felt like it's important to get to it, it's probably, just for safety's reason, I'm probably going to leave it a B tier and call it like the gold standard. I kind of don't want to play it just because I know with Season 3 and all the things that happened with Telltale, I kind of don't want to ever play it because I don't want to see what happens to, my characters. But yeah, if you don't know, Telltale Games went bump. Went bankrupt a few years ago. They've been rebought by a company that isn't a game developer, but they're looking at they're bringing it back up soon, and Wolf Among Us 2 and all this stuff, so do some homework at home, but... yeah, The Walking Dead, because I haven't got to it as well yet, and I feel like it's not been important enough for me to want to go and play it, I'm going to drop it to C. It's where it belongs, I think. I'm going to just change the order just because it's important story-wise. And you know what, I should have done that with The Walking Dead stuff as well, so let me just kind of like mix the order up a little bit here. Yeah, that seems fine. Kind of want to mix up the Minecrafts as well, just so we're not doing all those. Batman! You know what, so Batman came out when people weren't expecting Telltale Games to be that good. A lot of people were getting sick of Telltale Games. Same format, using the same engine. The engine was kind of crap and old and stuff. I actually replayed Batman not that long ago, in the last couple of months. I really enjoyed it still. It's actually like a really good story. It completely flips the Batman story you expect on its head. I don't want to spoil anything, but it's a lot more interesting than you'd expect it to be. You know, if you've watched the movies, read the comics might do something similar. You know, I've not read every single Batman comic. I've read any, to be fair. But, you know, you've got a certain, like, you know what this character's going to do, you know what that character's going to do in your mind when it comes to Batman. This does flip it on its head quite a bit, and it's a very good story. Controls are actually really good as well, so Batman's in the A tier. Batman's a very, very fun game to play. And by extension, Batman the Enemy Within, it's a very, very good continuation and payoff of the first Batman game. Still very fun as well. I think I may have actually enjoyed Batman the Enemy Within a bit more than Batman. Batman felt like a very proof of concept of yeah, this is what our Batman universe is going to be like. And the Batman the Enemy Within went further with that. And you know what, for the first time ever, I actually felt like choices mattered in a game when it came to Telltale. I think it kind of ended the same way. The thing with Telltale Games is no matter what your choices are, it's going to change what happens, but the end result is always going to be the same. I feel like that kind of happened with this one as well, but it's still a very enjoyable game, and for that reason, it's going to be A tier for sure. Game of Thrones is something we actually played on this channel for a little bit. I think we did like the first or second chapters, and that was it. We kind of got bored of it very quickly. The premise of the game is it kind of takes place between two seasons, and it's like what was happening with these people while the main characters were doing all this shit. Not a good game. It was very janky. I think we died loads of times because shit just wasn't working properly. Definitely not one of Telltale's best. So for that reason, we're going to throw it into the D category. Very sorry. The game that kicked it all off for Telltale and made Telltale seem like a brand new fantastic company was The Walking Dead. The Walking Dead was such a brilliant story, interesting animation. It was, wasn't the engine wasn't old then, so we kind of liked it. Like I said, very enjoyable story. Felt like there was options. Again, your end result was always going to be the same, but the way chapters could have played out and stuff were a lot different. There was a couple... So I've played through The Walking Dead 4 times, and I've tried to make different decisions every single time. And I feel like I could see the scenes in where the game was like, yeah, this... It doesn't matter what you do here, who you choose here, what you choose to do here, it's always going to end up with this particular thing happening. But it's still such a good story, and the thing to kick it all off, and one of top tier... I don't want to, like... I need to say top tails. I don't want to, you know, rank these in 1, 2, 3, 4. But it's definitely one of their best, and so for that reason, it's absolutely an S tier game. This is another one I haven't played, and again, I haven't felt it important enough to get to, so I can't say too much about it, but I do like Guardians of the Galaxy, I do like Marvel, but because, you know, I'm familiar with The Walking Dead as well, because I haven't played it, I think it belongs in the C category. They both look good, but I haven't played them, so it seems unfair to kind of say, yeah, they belong higher up, because, you know, I haven't got to them, so they can go there. But they're definitely better than Game of Thrones. It's very hard to be as bad as Game of Thrones. The Walking Dead Season 2. Please don't, if you haven't played the Walking Dead series, please do. They're very good games. I think they're all available on Game Pass now. Season 2 wasn't as good as The Walking Dead Season 1, but it was a nice continuation of the story. This is what they did very well with series, I think. They did continue stories incredibly well. The Walking Dead Season 2 was, like I said, not as good as The Walking Dead 1. There was a few issues I had with... I think this was starting to show a little bit where they'd never... With choices, you know, it's choose your own adventure game, and you could choose like text to say and stuff like that. It was never really clear how you meant the words you were saying, if that makes sense. So, you know, you read it and go, oh, that, you know, that's how they'd respond. You click it and it's a completely different kind of response, and you were like, well, that's not really what I was going for, but... And then, you know, it'd cause some kind of shit and you'd upset the wrong people. I'm just trying to think through the story right now. I think it was quite a good story, actually. It definitely subverted some expectations. But again, not as good as The Walking Dead itself, so it's going to have to go onto the A tier for now. Minecraft Story Mode. It was okay. I played through it all, and I didn't really... I don't know, Minecraft's such a weird property, because it's very much, you know, you make your own stories there, so introducing a story into the world is kind of like, it's a bit jarring in a lot of ways. I played through it, I liked it, I didn't enjoy it, I don't think the story was that good, it was definitely like an original story written by Mojang themselves, and no offense to them. I just didn't really enjoy it that much, so I think Minecraft Story Mode is safe for staying at B. Speaking of B games, The Walking Dead Michonne, shorter than the rest of The Walking Dead, so if you want a 1,000 gamer score, it's very quick. I got quite excited about Michonne because, you know, it's the first... If you've not played The Walking Dead games, I don't think this is really a spoiler, but it's the first character they focused on that actually was in the games themselves. In the TV show itself, which is, you know, where I was familiar with The Walking Dead from. But it actually followed the adventures of the comics, I think, rather than the TV show. So, yeah, it was a bit jarring for me. I enjoyed it. It was a good game, but a bit too short. It was a spin-off as well from the mainline Walking Dead titles. Yeah, I think it belongs at B. It's okay, to be honest. Yeah, B seems about right for it. This is a game going straight into C. I haven't played Season 2 of Minecraft Story Mode, so same reasons for the rest. That's where that's going to go. Tales from the Borderlands. Now, if you've played the Borderlands games, there's story to them. It's not the best story in the world. The game's definitely, you know, for its shooting and looting, because it's a shooter-looter, or a schluter if you're one of those fucking heathens. But Tales from the Borderlands was an amazing story. Again, it was written by TellTale themselves, as far as I'm aware. And it was actually really good. It was fantastic. It's a game, again, I've gone back to. I played through all of the Borderlands games last year, and it's still brilliant. I love the fact they pulled characters from Tales into Borderlands 3. It's, like I said, for me, it's one of the top 3. So for that reason, into the S. Also, if you play the game, Gortys is adorable. Gortys is amazing. The Wolf Among Us. This is a game that kind of came very early with TellTale, which I never played up until relatively recently. what a fantastic game. I mean, it takes place in a world that I believe has a comic series about it, which I haven't got into, but I really should, because I really enjoy it. If you've not played Wolf Among Us, it's not a spoiler to say. It's about the different fables and like stories from like Snow White and all that stuff. It's really good. It's not like your Disney Snow White, which is all, you know, oh, the prince kissed me and everything's okay. It's actually like the proper, yeah, they were kind of brutal about all that. All the stuff that Disney stuff is based on is actually like really brutal old stories. And that's where the Wolf Among Us takes stuff from, so brilliant game. I'd recommend playing it if you haven't. Where does it belong? Absolutely S tier. The story itself they use in the game as well is absolutely brilliant. It's interesting how much you get to make a difference as well with your different choices. There's actually quite a bit of replayability in the game as well. Again, I was doing the Gamerscore challenge last year, and I had to replay The Wolf Among Us in certain chapters just to like unlock certain bits, and it was really cool. I really enjoyed it. And finally, Walking Dead: A New Frontier. This game frustrated the hell out of me. I think it was the first TellTale game / Walking Dead game where I was looking at the choices you could make, and I was like, why would you even do that? Why? One of the scenes in particular that really annoyed me was the main character Javier gets put into a cell, or gets locked into a room, and his immediate response, there's no option to like wait and see what happens, or wait and have, you know, whatever happened to you, which for me is the option I'd have picked, because I want to try and play by the rules and get through the system as best as possible. It's like, oh yeah, find a way to escape. Like, what? I don't want to. And I think I sat there for about 10 minutes seeing if anyone would come back to come and get me if it was like a timer. It's not. You literally have to figure it out and get out of there. You've got no choice in the matter. That's where the Walking Dead games, I kind of realised, weren't really giving you a choice. It's like, yeah, you have to play it this way. We're occasionally going to say, do you want to hurt that person or that person? But realistically, you're just following along this very shit story. Season 3 of New Frontier was not a good story. I didn't enjoy it. The Clementine parts of the story, very good. The Walking Dead 1 and 2 follow Clementine and whoever. Clementine is in A New Frontier, but the main story is about Javier, and it's nowhere near as good. It's just not as good. So for that reason, it's going to go into the C tier. Yeah, there you go. Argue me if you want. You know, TellTale games are one of the things I've brought up on stream before, and they're very divisive. But yeah, for me, S tier, The Walking Dead Season 1, Tales from the Borderlands, and The Wolf Among Us, not necessarily in that order. A tier are both the Batman games and The Walking Dead Season 2. B is Minecraft Story Mode and The Walking Dead Michonne. C is The Walking Dead: A New Frontier and the final season, Guardians of the Galaxy and Minecraft Story Mode. The last, the three of them there because I haven't played them. Realistically, should I have made this list? I'm very much of the mindset, like, if I haven't got to them, then clearly they're not that interesting, so they belong on some kind of list. And then finally, D tier is Game of Thrones. It's just not a good game. It's just very meh. No need to play it at all. Doesn't really give you any extra information for the Game of Thrones universe. It's just incredibly meh. If you agree or disagree with anything I've said today, comments are down below. But if you want to see more content produced by me, it is on twitch.tv/Jestertainment to see the videos and vlogs and VODs, youtube.com/Jester on demand to see what I'm ranting about this week, twitter.com/Jestertainment_, to join the Discord, bit.ly/JesterDiscord. If you want to support the channel, if you're watching, you're doing a great job, thank you very much. But if you want to do a bit more, there are many options below in the description. But for now, guys, thank you very much for watching. I shall see y'all in the next one. See ya.